Donald Trump would tell you, you've been fired. Myers-Barnes would say, you've just dehired yourself. If you're a sales manager, just like myself when I was managing, sometimes you struggle with the person who's not really living up to the performance standards of the company. Why do you struggle with it? Because you're looking at this person as a human being. Now, they are human beings that we're dealing with, but the bottom line is this: you have to get away from the human aspect and get into the goal aspect. The term's called behavioral economics. My friend Nido Qubein explained this to me and gave me inner peace when I was managing people. He said, every person is not to be looked at as a person, rather to be looked at as a bundle of behaviors. Well, what do I mean? Watch this. A good attitude is not necessarily a person, it's a behavior. A bad attitude is not necessarily a person, it's a behavior. Promptness is not necessarily a person, it's a behavior that they possess. Lateness is also a behavior that they possess. Well, what do? We tend to look at people as people and we personalize it. And so the bottom line is this, that you have to get away from judging people as human beings, but you certainly can judge them based on their behaviors. Here's an example. A salesperson is constantly late for the model, constantly late for the model, constantly late. You're running a retail store and they're not on time. Now, are they a bad person? Not necessarily so, but they have a behavior that's not congruent with the goal. And so what you have to do is this: get away from the term of termination, because people really struggle with termination. And I'll make a suggestion to you. In the last 5 years, I've never terminated anyone. What I have done is dehired them. Now, there's a big difference. This isn't wordsmithing. This isn't semantics. This is an actual strategy that gives me inner peace. It works this way. I could sit down with a salesperson and say this and go, Jason, you're a wonderful person. I love you. You're a great guy, great family guy. Everything is wonderful. The challenge is this: you're constantly late opening the models. Jason, that's a behavior, and that's a behavior I can't live with. So here's what's going to happen, Jason. I know you're making a six-figure income, but you're constantly late. But Jason, if you're late again, that's a behavior I can't live with. Now, Jason, I'm not going to fire you, but you will dehire yourself. You see, it shifts the responsibility when you start putting it on the behaviors. And then I would close that with Jason and go, Jason, so here's the ultimate question. Are you going to dehire yourself? Are you going to dehire yourself? There's the ultimate thing that comes with this whole philosophy of behavioral economics. Get away from the person, look at their behaviors. What? Late is a behavior, bad attitude is a behavior, non-production is a behavior. It's not a person. You can't judge people as people, but you can certainly judge their behavior. That's what behavioral economics is all about.